for me. I'm very independent, and I do, okay, that's a different story. Like, pain wise, I'll talk about that in a second. But like, I'm just independent. I like to do things on my own, and I want to do things on my own. Like, don't be overbearing, at least to me, and being like, oh, I'll do this for you. Like, okay, like, maybe offer, like, oh, do you want me to come help you? You know, like, not, I'll do it for you. And same with you. Like, I don't want to be the only independent one, because that would make me feel bad. But you also can be independent, you know? Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't rely on other people. You can do it yourself, you know? Next is outgoing. Outgoing and social, because I'm a very outgoing person. I love to be social. And yeah, like, there's sometimes, like, in a blue moon that I am just kind of like, my social battery is gone. And I'm like, I cannot go to this party tonight, or this to get together tonight. That rarely happens, like, maybe every, like, 2 or 3 months. Like, I can, even if I don't really want to go out, I can fake it till I make it and still have a good time, you know? It's just the point of getting me out of the house. But just being outgoing and social. And, you know, like, if your friend, okay, say, like, your friends text you and you're like, hey, dude, like, pull up to this party tonight. You come and, like, ask me, be like, hey, come with me to this party. Do not, oh my God, do not say, do you want to go to this party tonight? Or, you can come if you want. If someone says that to me, I don't get mad easily at all. Like, I really don't get, I don't get mad. I don't really let things get to me at all. Like, I'm pretty chill. Like, I'll just be like, okay, like, don't do it again, or, like, don't say it again. Like, I don't know. I don't hold grudges like that and stuff like that. But if someone says that, like, oh, you can come if you want, that pisses me off, because maybe you don't mean it in a bad way, but it just sounds like, you can come if you want, like, I'm going, but, like, you can, like, tag along. Like, no, want me to come with you to, like, to the party or social gathering, and, like, even if I don't know anyone, then introduce me. Like, I'll still have a fun time. Like, I'll talk to everybody, you know, like, want to go out and want to be outgoing. And even not at social events, but, like, to parents, or, like, to my parents, like, to my family, my parents, or if we're out together and you're like, oh, I know that person, say, hi, like, hi, nice to see you, you know, like, be respectful in that matter. Next is straightforward and blunt. Not even to me necessarily, but don't cover things up to other people. I guess I hate that when someone is like, oh yeah, like, I don't know, like, they come and tell me one thing about what they think of something, and then when someone else asks them, they kind of are not transparent about it. And I don't like that. Like, please be transparent and blunt with me. Like, if I ask you something, just straight up tell me. Or even with that, like, for example, I guess I'm just going to pull up, like, outfits or something, like, or, this, like, out to eat. Like, if you're like, oh, do you care where we get food tonight? Every single time, I will most likely 110% say I don't care, because I get salads everywhere I go, basically, and everywhere has salads. So, you know, like, just be straightforward. Like, if I'm like, oh yeah, I don't care, just be like, then you can be like, okay, I'm really craving, like, Chick-fil-A. Like, we're gonna go to Chick-fil-A. Like, I like that. Like, that's cool, you know? So you're not like, you know, like, no, we'll go where you want to go. Like, come on, like, you tell me. Like, no, you choose. Like, no, you choose. You know? Like, you choose, not me. This next one is very important, and I feel like if my mom made this list for me, this is probably the number one thing she would put on it, is be patient. Maybe you're not the most patient person in the world, but at least be patient with me. Okay? I am someone who has I have a big personality, and I can be a lot to handle, you know? Like, I don't know, like I said, I have a big personality. I like to be busy. A lot comes with me. Like, that's not to, like, scare people away, but, like, if you're listening to this and you're ever interested in me, I'm a lot to handle. like I said, I have a big personality, and with a big personality comes with a lot. So at least be patient with me. And like with that, like I have a routine. Be patient with me. If we have something to do, I got to go to the gym every day. I got to have my coffee every day. So be patient with that. Like, because I will be a little cranky if I don't get like caffeine or sugar, or not sugar, but like caffeine coffee in me. Like, I know that's not a good thing, but like I'm straight up just telling you, like, sorry, I'm not going to change that. I really, really enjoy it. Next one is, this is really important to me too. Supportive and a leader, but not bossy. Like, you'll take initiative and almost be someone that people want to look up to, and almost like, be like, you, not in like a snotty way and like full of yourself way, but you want to be someone who other people want to be. Like, you are such a good person and such a down to earth person with a great personality and great looks on life that people look up and ask you for advice and stuff like that. I find that so attractive and admirable. And I love that. I don't know. I think that is such like a yes, like a turn on for me. Like, I freaking love that. Like, that's awesome. But like, not bossy. Like, not, oh yeah, I'm a leader, so go do that. You know what I mean? Like, please, people like that, don't do that. Like, seriously, cut it out. Next, I feel like, actually, I think the next two go together, like manners and respectful. Manners, you've known those since you've been little, but don't forget them. Like, thank you, please. That sounds so stupid, but if someone, I'm trying to think, hands you your food and you just drive away, no, say thank you. Or if someone's like, okay, have a good night, thank you, you too. That is a big thing for me. Please do that. And just respectful. This goes in multiple ways. Respectful of my family, respectful of my thoughts and outlooks on life, respectful on if I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. Be respectful about that. Like, don't be pressuring me into like, like if I don't want to go, for example, if I don't want to go out, you're not like, oh my gosh, come on. Like, just be like, okay, like, or, I don't care. Like, if I don't want to go out, you can go out. I don't care. But that's up to you. Like, I'm not, like, just respect my opinion, like my choice to stay in. Like, I don't know. I think that just respect in general and manners is a big thing. Another thing is selfless. I put this on here, but there's also a time and a place where it's okay to be selfish, but also selfless. Like, you're a giver, not a have want for yourself, like, you're okay to share type of thing. Like, you guys know what I mean by selfless. I'm not going to go in depth with that one. Next one is humble. This is a really good one too. Humble as in, okay, here's another thing. I've always dated a person that's in a sport, or he's at least an athlete. And example, say you're really, really, really good. Like, you're basically the best person. You're all-star, all-American, whatever. You don't walk around with your chest high, kind of bragging about it. I don't like that. Like, just if someone's like, oh, you play, like, oh, like, I saw you in the paper, or I saw you on the news. You're really good. Like, like, good, like, you're really, really good. And not be like, oh, yeah, like, I'm great. Like, I know. Or, like, I don't like that. Just be like, thanks, man. Like, I appreciate it. That is so admirable, and not to even feel full of yourself. I don't like that. I hate when guys I've dated can act like they're the shit. I don't like that. Like, you are the same as, not the same as everyone else, but you are at the same level of everyone else. Like, don't think you're better than someone else, The next one is pushes me. Pushes me in, like, to grow. And not, like, not in height, clearly, but, like, grow in something I'm doing. Like, my job, or in school, like push me a little bit, or I don't even know what push me, but like if I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this or I can't study more, just, like encouragement and push me, just like you can do it and you're going to do it, like maybe a little tough love pushing is like, better. I'm not going to go more in depth with that one. That's kind of common sense. Next one is strong mentally. And I think this is really good because I don't want someone who a joke and one thing's going to bring them down. Because I like to joke around and I don't want, I guess someone who doesn't get their feelings hurt easily. I like to joke around, mess around, but like also if someone else says something to you, not like be sappy about it. Like it's a joke, like, like, or maybe it's one bad thing or like a hater or whatever. I hate using that term, but like, you just have to be strong mentally. Like you can handle a lot, I guess. Like it takes a while to bring you down. Like if you keep getting hit with lows in life, like I get it's a low, so it's okay to be a little sad, but you're still strong mentally. Like you still get up every day and you do it. Like you don't just mope around about things. Next one is stubborn. And next to this, I wrote ish because I don't want a guy who's going to be a pushover. Like if someone tells you to do something, you're like, okay, I'll do it. Even though if you really don't want to. Like if you don't want to do something or like you truly believe in something, hold your ground. That is so attractive. Don't just like change your thoughts based off what someone else tells you to think or wants you to think. But also, I am very, 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 very stubborn. And maybe that's not my greatest quality trait, okay? I know. But when it comes to me, sometimes, and I'm still learning this, sometimes it's okay to back down from a battle and lose a little bit. And maybe my ex-boyfriends and people are listening to this and be like, Kennedy, like you never back down. I'm learning, okay? I'm practicing. And it's hard, but I'm very stubborn. So when it comes to me, be a little stubborn-ish. Like maybe you can take the L's more than me, all right? So yeah, that's my personality traits. I have good personality. That was a long list, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't to you guys. Maybe you guys have a longer list. But, okay, so next one. These are just, like, I'm going to kind of go through fast and not explain some of these as much because they're kind of common sense. And if they're not common sense to you, then look it up. And if they aren't common sense to you, then do it because you're clearly not doing it then. All right. So open doors, common sense. All right. Shake hands and look someone in the eye, like be stern. I feel like that's manners, manners. Look into eyes. These are also, I don't know if I just said this, but these are like pluses and good traits to have. As a person, just in general, like, the things you do. Look into my eyes or look into other people's eyes when they're talking. Not kind of wandering around, looking at your phone, looking at the TV. Like, if I'm talking to you, be respectful and, or not just me. Like, look at someone in the eyes like you genuinely care, maybe even if you don't. Roast me. Not roast me, but, like, joke around. Like, you can throw jokes at me, like, everyone knows what I mean, like roast, flirting, roasting, throwing hits, I can take them. Be able to do stupid things, almost like kid-like things. And maybe you don't understand, so I will break down this one. Like, say I'm like, you know what, I want to go to Sky Zone. Like, let's go to Sky Zone. Okay, maybe it sounds dumb right now, but me and my cousin one night, I was like, Lauren, I just want to jump on a trampoline. We literally picked our stuff up, got our athletic clothes on, and went to, I think it was Sky Zone. It was some jumping place, and literally just me and her jumped for like an hour and a half. And guys, that was the most fun I've had in forever. So maybe it's like the thought in your head, you're like Sky Zone or like a trampoline place, but once you're there, I promise you, you're going to be so happy. Like, I'm happy thinking about it. Maybe I'll go by myself. And one of those things, like, I'd be fine going by myself. Like, maybe that sounds weird, but like, it just brings me happiness, okay?